Welcome back, everybody, to our final game from the Summit 2 by G2A.com China playoffs action for today. It's Game 3, CDEC versus Newbee. One of these two teams is about to be eliminated. The other will advance to the loser bracket finals to verse LGD. And that's going to be at a later date. And then Vici Gaming away in the grand finals. But right now, we'll see who's going home, who's going to be sticking around with a chance to make their way to LA, to our studio here, to compete for $275,000 and more in counting. Guys, we're going to get things underway. Once again, joining me is going to be Slash. We've got ourselves an Ogre, Slash, like in Game 1.
Yeah, like in Game 1, we're going to see an Ogre, but this time, I don't know. It's a good pick, but it's not game-breaking,
no.
I think. Tidehunter, once again, is in the pool, so maybe we're going to see him the third time.
I think Newbee, like, there's, like, it's if the Brewmaster's in there, maybe you take the Brew over him, but with Tide still there, I think you got to pick him. It's going to be Bat instead. Bat
Rider. Okay, that's a hero who's been completely ignored. I mean, he was banned in Game 1, I believe. But, yeah, I mean, it's a hero that both Xiao8 and Rabbit are known for. So,
yeah,
both really good Bat Rider players. And I think it's maybe just a change of pace overall.
And it's also a lot stronger on the Radiant side, the Bat Rider, because you have that easy access to that Dire big camp, and you can just fall back to your jungle a little bit better. Well, I don't know. There's pros and cons to both sides, I'd say, but...
Yeah, I think Bat Rider, his pick-off potential is sometimes also game-breaking, late game. Like, he's a hero that just, with his displacement, like, catching an enemy core completely out of position and killing him before anything happens. So it's a completely different style. I don't know if it's going to be going to go late game this time around as well. I mean, we had two really close games, Game 1 and Game 2. I still can't believe that happened, but especially Game 2, that is. Game 1 was still decent, I suppose, but... Game 2 was one of the most massive throws I've seen.
I really like Game 1, because, like, sure, we both looked like Newbee were going to win, but, like, CDEC won it. It didn't feel like Newbee ever threw away their lead. It was more just CDEC playing some really good Dota.
Yeah, it was just an incredible Tidehunter performance out of 333, and unfortunately he didn't really keep it up in Game 2. He played the Tenacious Prophet, and he got caught out way too many times. And
some really bad TPs and just... I mean, him and maybe both had some questionable buybacks and TPs at various times. So
yeah, there was like an RTK TP. Yeah,
they definitely let down the supports because those supports played out of their minds. Ancient Apparition and Sand King had a fantastic game there, but
I believe so. I think Sand King made one crucial mistake when they went high ground. He blindly blinked uphill.
I know
that was a really bad play. But apart from that, I think I mean it's one mistake, but it's also not the one that cost them the game really.
Yes.
So I think it's a bit of a disservice indeed to their supports. Having it that way, but yeah, we are here at a completely new game. We're going to see a Void from CDEC. So I actually don't know which player is going to play it. Which one of them?
I don't feel like... I feel like we're seeing more of the offlane Void, but we'll have to wait and see. Right now, there's not much to go with the Void, but it doesn't seem Newbee like Newbee are too worried. They're banning out some of these maybe heroes. They take out the Naga Siren, which we saw in Game 1, and we'll see what else they
Morphling was been banned from CDEC himself, so we're not going to see that.
I think it's probably a good ban, but at the same time, like, it's not exactly a carry that Rabbit is that well known for, or would be that comfortable on, I imagine, since he's been playing offlane for a while.
Oh, Moose played him quite a few times, actually.
Okay.
Morphling solo mid. I think Moose is a fantastic, absolutely fantastic Morphling player. So, especially on his Ember Spirit, I think that Divine Rapier purchase was what saved him the game. And if you looked at it, he was so close to dying so many times. And his BKB usage was insanely good. Just the perfect time to pop the BKB and still survive. Like, there were many times where, despite the fact that CDEC were throwing quite a lot, Mu was on the verge of dying. And if he would have died, then it would have been over. But
he
they
got
go
these,
for
like,
the Spectre.
These Fire Remnants out on like 10 HP on multiple occasions, and it was very close.
It was incredibly close, yeah. If the coordination from CDEC might have been a little bit tighter, maybe they kill the Ember Spirit, get rid of his Divine, and go for the win. But Skyreth, interesting enough, not being banned by Newbee.
You banned the Mirana instead of that? Really?
Yeah, that's a bit unusual.
I feel like Skyreth is so much scarier, like much better zoning. Mirana obviously gives you the good kind of early just arrow ganks towards the mid lane, but Skyreth offers a lot.
Yeah, maybe they just, I mean, arrow into Chronosphere is also kind of a gimmick, but they pick up the VS, which is a hero that is incredibly popular in the Southeast Asian scene. We constantly see it being first picked, second picked, the VS. It's good to have it on your team to counter Chronosphere, at the same time also denying the enemy to pick it up. I mean, it's not like they're going to pick it right now since they already have their 2 supports, and I don't believe they're going to run Olga Core. But VS, one of the most common counter picks to Batrider, and having him on your team having VS on your team is always great. Just in order to, if Spectre say gets locked in the Chronosphere and then VS swaps him out and takes the fall.
I think Newbee have a strong draft, and then it also just deals with and counters the CDEC draft in a lot of good ways. So
maybe Ember Spirit. It's a hero that he is known for.
Yeah,
it's one of his signature heroes actually. So.
Yep.
That'll be fun to see. Like, he wants to have a good Ember performance as well, I suppose. So Void either being played by 3C3 or by Xiao Hong.
The Ember Spirit does maybe mean Xiao Hong has to play more of an actual hard carry this game, or at least something with more late game potential, unless they think they can just dominate the early game. But that's
I mean, Ember Slide of Fist is still working on the Chronosphere, so he doesn't get stuck doing it. That's a nice little interaction, really. Newbee, they still lack their solo mid. So, I mean, I highly doubt there's going to be a solo mid Batrider. I really think it's going to be Xiao or Rabbit playing Batrider on the off lane. So
probably Xiao since that's what we've been seeing.
Yeah, Rabbit, Spectre. So we are still lacking the Mu hero. It's a hero that should be able to go up against the Ember Spirit. Viper's not in the pool anymore. One of the most common counter picks to Ember Spirit mid. But let's see who is still in the pool. They could go for
TA
against Ember. Really, you want to go TA against Ember?
The Invoker is probably the big hero I look at here. Quasmic's Invoker this game could be pretty powerful for just helping give Spectre space to farm it up. But
we might see a Magnus. Wait, hold on a second. Did they just not ban anything in the last one? So the 5th ban just didn't come out from Newbee?
They ran out of reserve time, it looks like.
Yeah, I think it's just no ban strats, man. Why not?
Did someone DC? No one's DC. I think it was they just ran out of time. Like there's no reason not to ban a hero.
Yeah, Magnus. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna go for Magnus.
Okay. Just get that team fight. They kind of. I mean, you've got the Batrider for the initiation, but he doesn't offer you that big team fight capabilities, and neither do either of your supports. So, kind of filling the role the Sand King did in the previous game.
So it's going to be 4 Protect 1 from Newbee this time. CDEC ran the last game with Morphling as core. This time Newbee do it with Spectre. It's a hero that they really like playing around with. It's one of the most successful heroes that Newbee has played. So great success rate, but it's mostly how on Spectre. It's essentially his 3 signature heroes: Spectre, Weaver, and Lifestealer. So you sometimes see the save from Ember when he is playing, but CDEC have the Ember this game. So at the moment, it's dual core, from CDEC. One more laning hero probably to be picked up, and we are good to go. Tide is still in the pool. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of always think Void's more likely be in the off lane, but
safe than Tide. I mean, we see you do it
with how well Tide's been like. It's not bad.
Slug. Okay, triple core. That's a lot of cores. That's really greedy from CDEC, I think. And Slug is doesn't really combo too well with Void, to be honest.
This triple core lineup is like they're 3 cores and they're just cores that don't really synergize that well. Like the Sleight of Fist on the Chronosphere is okay, but it's not like the best synergy. Obviously, you can still do some damage, but this is, I definitely agree with you. Like this is a bit of a greedy and just bit of an all over the place draft coming out of CDEC.
I mean, all 3 cores, and it's nice to have Bloodlust on them, but they have to weather the early game first. Their team fight is really lackluster if you look at it. They just have Chronosphere. They rely completely on the Chronosphere so far. So let's see how it works out. Maybe they sub the lanes, but that's going to be hard.
Yeah, I definitely look towards Newbee's draft just being a bit more well-rounded, and I mean...
It just looks more concise. They have a game plan. They know what's going on, and it's actually Xiao Wei playing Spectre. So
wow,
Rabbit Bat Rider. I mean, it's his signature hero, so...
Yeah, putting a lot of faith in the Rabbit... Well, a lot of respect towards the Rabbit Bat Rider, and I think with good reason.
Oh, God damn it, I have to reconnect.
Well, the Perfect World curse continues, so...
it wasn't necessary in Game 2, so that was good, but...
Alright. We'll introduce our teams while I wait for you to reconnect. On the Radiant side, it is going to be Team Newbee with Banana on the support Vengeful Spirit. We'll see Sansheng on the Ancient Apparition. Spectre being played by Zhao Wei. Mid lane's going to be Mu playing the Magnus. And then finally in the off lane will be Rabbit playing the Bat Rider. He's left his boots further up in this lane, I imagine. There they are. Just to help him out with the creep block. On the dire side, it'll be CDEC, who have managed to get themselves a 1-1 draw position with Newbee, fighting for their survival here in Game 3. Guard are going to be on the support Ogre Magi. Cube playing the Scareth Mage. We're going to have Zhao Hong playing the Slark at top. Maybe on his mid-Ember Spirit. Poor Man Shield first for him. And 3-3-3 in the offlane on the Faceless Void.
Yeah, I mean, Slark is one of Zhao Hong's signature heroes. He does play the hero quite a lot. So maybe they just want to go for something that they are comfortable with. I don't know.
I like Slark against this draft. I just don't like... I feel like they need something other than a... Like, if they had a Tide instead of Void here, I'd be thrilled with the CDEC draft. But
yeah,
the Void pick to me is what's weird about this draft, not so much the Slark.
Yeah, but the fact that they picked it so early, I mean, you kind of have to make it work, right? So, yeah, looks like I'm fine once again. So only one reconnect needed this time. That's good. Mu going for the level 1 Empower. It's something that we sometimes see if it's a... I don't know. It's just easier for last sitting. It's something that S4 did a long time ago, and people are starting to pick up on that.
Well, why not? We'll see the offlane Void getting harassed quite a bit at the bottom lane. And similar story with the Bat Rider top. You just want to try to zone him out as much as possible. Bat does Firefly down on the... Oh, actually, I'm just looking to... he's not really pulling this big creep over. He may just kill off one of these small creeps or two, but right now, he's having a merry time flying around.
It's going to be fine. Q going to be a bit annoyed since the Shadow Blast just came out to him.
that was Zhao Weight's plan all along. Just harass him with the Shadow Blast. Get those Hadoukens flying.
You still can't get over the fact that it's Rabbit playing the Bat Rider, right? You said Zhao Wei.
Oh, yeah. One of my... I'm just out of habit thinking, oh, Zhao Weight's in the offlane, but no. Yeah. He's on the Spectre. Definitely not a Zhao Wei hero, but, I mean, it's Spectre. You last hit some creeps, you throw a Haunt hero there, you do your job.
Yeah. They shouldn't be too hard, right?
I mean, Spectre's a hero... it's a pretty low skill cap hero as far as the actual mechanics go, but it's high skill cap when it comes to decision making of like when to fight and when to farm. Like that's really the challenge with this hero. But decision making's always been Zhao Weight's forte, I'd say.
Yeah, pretty much. Hao used to be the one who's just basically, oh, I have Horn up, let's go for kill. That's that was his Spectre style. It's not something that many players in China do, but I like the way that he uses it. I mean, Spectre is just, it's nice for global pickup potential with Bat Rider Lasso, Ancient Apparition ulti, so it kind of works quite nicely.
He's been slowed down by the Concussor. Ogre on the side will Fire Blast, and this will be our first blood. Picked up by the Slark of all heroes, and it was a big kind of tango on through to try and get that. And meanwhile, bottom lane, there's been a bit of a dive under this T1 tower. Zhao Wei, I think, quickly realizing, hey, he's on his own. He wasn't actually going to win that battle with the Void.
Yeah,
not sure how he ended up there.
Busy pulling. Actually, not being able to go for the pull through since the sentry, so he realizes it. So he puts on a sentry ward, gets rid of one sentry, but creep equilibrium is being disrupted since the second wave is going to come in, so 3-3 should have a good time getting XP on that offlane.
Yeah, next pull will be available in 15 seconds, but yeah, Void will get at least this one big creep wave coming his way. Yeah, it looks like, Void force a time walk out of a cold feet. He'll be just fine.
No. The mid lane is just completely even, and it's most of the time, if there are two melee heroes going up against each other, it's just even, both just farm. So
Venge's stacked this big camp once on the far western side, and that seems to be at least what Venge is thinking about doing right now, just keeping these stacks going, realizing that, I mean, if he's bottom lane, Void is just going to play passively and maybe not leech XP, and AA can do a good enough job zoning on his own, so.
Yeah.
Venge still lurking around mid, has got a smoke, there's a dive on the tower, maybe gets the kill, will pay for it with his life, but he gets the solo kill first on the Magnus, so still worth it for this Ember Spirit.
That was incredibly close, but yeah, it's just something that maybe likes doing. He's an incredibly aggressive player, so
well,
he feels comfortable.
Magnus is like, I've got the backup, I can take this trade, but the backup was just maybe a little bit too slow. Top rune now, Banana shows up, Invis rune gets picked up just before the stun hit. That was so lucky. If that stun is like half a second sooner, Guard is dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's blocking now. Oh, Banana. Oh, Banana, you are in a lot of trouble. There's going to be a stun ignite. Garda's going to be a little bit careful. Here comes maybe gets a searing chains on 2. Nice skewer back towards the T2 tower. Not close enough to the tower to really put maybe under too much pressure, so.
That was really good play from the Ogre, though.
Yeah.
That invis block. It's something that newer players should really pick up on. That's an amazing play. Banana really couldn't do much there. I mean, you can't see him, so you can't really try to walk around the Ogre since he's invis. But wonderful play there overall from Garda. And 2 runes could have saved him. One was the... Okay, maybe he might die in mid lane, yeah.
Nice little gank there. They bring in both supports.
Yeah.
That's a nice change of pace. They'd kept Banana there for a while, and I don't think he was expecting Sanching with the extra bit of damage from the chilling touch and cold feet.
Yeah, maybe he's still on level 6 yet, so he didn't really have a safety remnant.
Yeah.
And
that's a big kill to get, because maybe was starting to get a bit too much out of this mid lane.
Also kind of nice to give Banana the last hit, since he was kind of under-leveled, but now he's level 4 and he's got boots, he's got magic stick, so...
Oh, Banana was actually doing okay. He got the solo kill on the Ember Spirit, so I think he was doing okay. I mean, obviously, some ways to level 6, but yeah, being level 4 at this stage already, he's in a pretty good position. Both supports on the Radiant side level 4, so... Not too bad. Ogre just level 3. Both Dire supports are full level behind, but still early days.
Yeah, indeed. I mean... It's nearly even on kills. It's 2 for 3 at the moment, and yeah, Slag is also something that Xiaohong does all the time. If he gets ahead, and he did get the first blood, so he's going for minus on Slag. It's something that I really like. Slag is a heavily item-dependent hero, so it's important he gets a good start.
Yeah. Then you'll swing towards the top lane as Batrider departs for the jungle, and Rabbit's just wanting to get as fast as he can to that Blink Dagger status. So.
Yeah. I mean, overall,
Benji's actually getting like CS and stuff up here. This is a pretty nice position to be in if you're a support.
Yeah, especially as a support that normally only manages to get levels from killing, so...
Yeah. Well, find some levels, find a couple CS, just even getting stuff up like your Tranquil boots, or maybe even considers the Arcane boots for the team, but we'll see. Urn of Shadows is the other possibility here to get it nice and early. Actually, Urn can be picked up by Zhao Wei.
By Spectre, yeah.
He's got no mana right now, though. That's the big problem here at bottom lane for him. He kind of needs a clarity for the Haunt plus Dagger combo.
Is one on the courier, actually? Yeah, there is. There's one on the courier. There we go.
Right. So he's going to... As soon as you get this Urn, you want to get those first couple Urn charges really early, because that 150 damage nuke that goes with it can really help you get follow-up kills.
Yeah. Bot lane, Rabbit been fireflying a little bit, and he does manage to clear the big camp, so CDEC are a bit late, so... Mid lane Moose, he's got mana for a skewer, but still needs to be careful. He's bottling up right now.
No Rabbit
no mana for...
Maybe, I think he's just going to head north, buy his Arcane boots, and head back towards the mid lane afterwards.
Yeah, I know some players prefer the treads on the Magna to have a bit more right-click potential themselves, but the Magnus's mana pool is normally a bit limited, so it's okay that he does it.
Alright, Zhao 8's ready to go now. He's got his level 6, also about to hit level 7, so he could have the maxed out dagger to go with his Haunt. He's using this at the first possible opportunity. Even if it's a kill they may get regardless, he'd probably want to just show up for the XP, the Urn charge, and just to get himself a bit of gold.
They first need level 6 on Rabbit, though. He's only level 5 on the Batrider, so he needs Blink, he's gonna need Lasso, and then probably a Smoke Gank, and go for the first pickoff.
Both the Slark at top and the Ember Spirit at mid are both very elusive heroes to try and gank, is one of the big problems right now. And then Void at bottom has Time Walk, so a lot of these heroes with escape mechanisms means finding these kills is... It pretty much comes down to the Batrider getting his Blink, it feels like.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get it around the 11 mark at this rate, so...
Yeah, that's... I mean, for an offlaner, that's decent.
Yeah, it's not fast, it's not really too slow either.
No,
I mean, it's roughly the time that you should get it, 11 minutes, 12 minutes max, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Zhao 8 would like to be using this Haunt cooldown and getting some Urn charges, but at the end of the day, you don't want to force the issue too much. You want to wait till you can guarantee those kills, which will be probably the Batrider Blink. Although there is a smoke from the Venge. Completely alone at mid lane. This isn't going anywhere.
No. Moo just kind of counter-pushing a little bit on top lane, probably going to rotate mid once again.
Yep.
Kind of static. Q is venturing into the enemy jungle there. They might find Sansheng. But no, Xiao is there to protect him, so...
Banana will take some damage here from the Skywrath Mage, but Should get back to the safety of this bottom tier 1 tower. Void going to time walk forward. Chronosphere's there to cancel this TP. He's going to use it just in time.
Yep.
Cut it very fine. Return Gang's not available. There's 4 heroes down here. The Searing Chain from the Jiawei could put him in a lot of trouble. He's going to be burst down, maybe. Oh, just barely. Buy back, though. He's going to buy back and come back to this fight. The RP is there, and this will be, well, Jiawei getting back and involved in this fight. Further up here, he's...
maybe his haste rune is helping him so much.
Oh, no. The dagger?
The dagger might...
Not quite.
It's running out, it's running out. His haste rune is running out.
He will be... Oh, cancel. Gets it
wonderful.
The flame break. Don't often see that by level 7, but using it just to cancel the TP and no fire in it for you. Jiawei, there we go, gets his own charges.
And suddenly, Rabbit is really close to his Blink Dagger. He's only 100 gold away. And he's gonna stack that big cam one more time and then Firefly away. That's his Blink.
Yeah.
So they go for a bit of a dive with that haste rune on the Ember Spirit, an incredibly aggressive play overall, but the fact that they used Chrono on the solo VES meant that afterwards they didn't really have any follow-up. It was a great RP there for Mu to save the day, and despite the fact that Spectre was forced to use buyback in the early game, it really doesn't matter too much. So
he got all the gold back from it that he spent. I'd say I still think it's okay for CDEC because the entire time Slack was just free farming, so he didn't actually show up or have to do too much in that fight. He's well on top of the CS chart right now. 86 CS to like the 55, 53, 52 of the Mag, Spectre, and Batrider.
He should be leading in terms of net worth as well. Yeah, he's actually pretty far ahead if you look at it.
By a huge margin. We saw the Slack earlier from Blacken. I mean, if that game was anything to tell by, this could be a similar performance coming in from Zhao Hong if Newbee aren't careful.
A really stacked Slack can outcarry a lot of heroes. They're going to find Sansheng in the woods. Apparently it's just the fate of ancient apparitions to take tank smoke ganks, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. We've seen the supports just take these 3-4 hero smoke ganks. It's not, at the end of the day, it's not too bad. You take it for the team, you kind of protect your carries and just get that extra information about what CDEC are up to. Because now they know CDEC are down bottom with 4-5 heroes. Newbee can either decide to go for a counter push, can defend if they want to. They have got Blink on Batrider. Haunt also available for the Spectre, so this is maybe a timing where they want to try and fight at this bottom lane, should CDEC go for a push.
Yeah, Mu doesn't have his Blink though yet. He's 200 gold short, so he needs to farm it first. You see, it's a huge difference between Mu's Ember Spirit and Maybe's. In the last game, Mu was more of a farming role most of the time. Maybe is really active with his Ember. He's leading the charge.
Tier 1 bottom tower will be brought down. Oga actually picking up the money for that one, as Batrider and Venge are going to go for a smoke. So we'll see if they can make use of this Blink Dagger and find a pick-off.
They would ideally want to get the Slack, but as you mentioned before, he's level 11, so he's incredibly fast if you're not near him. And he's got Dark Pact, so the first time he's going to see it, he's just going to leap away and then Dark Pact afterwards to disjoint any possible disables being thrown at him. And his map sense seems to be quite good as well. He's just backing up. He knows that Batrider and VS are missing of the map and they don't have any vision of them.
Yeah, I don't know if they've seen the Batrider blink just yet, but this is definitely the timing where it normally comes up, and normally immediately you pick it up, you go for that smoke gank. So Slack goes as far away as possible to farm where he feels it's pretty safe, and well, he's right in thinking that.
Yeah, Mu, also nice little play. Blinks up, so he's in fog, pops the Invis rune, so might go for a bit of a scouting play there. They're gathered up, they're kind of baiting Xiao on the top lane, but CDEC are nowhere near there, so...
Both teams just playing keep away, maybe somewhat unintentionally here. Like, Newbee's kind of looking to lay a trap top lane, CDEC doing a similar thing mid lane. They just happen to be completely passing by one another as now the TP start heading towards the mid lane, starting with Banana on the Vengeful Spirit. There's a Fire Runner available back near his T1 tower to escape to, maybe.
Skywith might run into them, though.
That's a very aggressive position to be in for Q.
Yeah, Rabbit not wanting to use the lasso, so it's just a really easy kill there.
I think he was going for that offensive ward behind the T1 tower.
Blink Slack going in on Rabbit.
Oh, Slack is trying to get involved here. Here comes the Haunt to get things started. Rabbit's still alive though. Ignite will just barely bring him down. The chase is on. Fire Remnant forward will be blink dodged by the Magnus, and well, they can't really chase down this Slack. He's about to heal himself back up to full. Maybe even look to turn around the fight.
Yeah, he gets an easy Midas off and just continues going. Sansheng, he has a TP score. He's got a TP right now, man. Better do it, better do it. Okay, he's actually not finding him, wow.
If he found him there, that would have been bad. It's Garda getting caught out, though, at the bottom river. Last hit going the way of the Vengeful Spirit. At this point, Zhao 8's probably saying, guys, I'm not exactly farming too well. Maybe leave some of these for me.
Yeah. Let's go 1,500 gold, but I don't really know if it's a Radiance game. Yeah.
He's going to be so... Like, even when he gets that Radiance, you can't really fight because he'll be so squishy. And Slark, Ogre, Skywrath, there's so much burst damage to kill a Spectre with just like a Radiance urn.
Yeah. I mean, you don't...
know what else is better, but...
Yeah, you don't really disable any crucial blink daggers either, so... It's kind of hard.
We see, I kind of like the casual Vit boost into Radiance, because it just that extra bit of HP sometimes helps just keep you alive.
Oh, deny. Yep, he's going to get a tower deny. And...
Possible counter kills, though. Nice lasso coming in to maybe can actually burst him down, and maybe a fire to escape. Good RP from Moose shows up at the perfect time to get one kill. Slark, well, he'll survive this one. The Ice Blast is going to be coming in, and that will clip the Slark. He's going to go close to the Shadow. That Flame Break will find him. That's a huge kill. Moo going to get now caught in a Chronosphere, and with the Arcane Bolt should go down. Q, one last right click, and Rabbit will get the kill on that one. So that's a 3-for-2 trade so far at the top lane. Action not over just yet. Zhao Wei thinking he can maybe chase further, but will be deterred as there is a Time Walk escape coming out of the Faceless Void. So a good team fight going Newbee's way as they kill both of the two main core heroes for CDEC.
Yeah, wonderful play. The generation from Rabbit and Moo is teaming up. Just Rabbit grabbing the Ember Spirit and then dragging me into range, and so max double RP on the two most crucial heroes, and they take both down in the end. Wonderful Flame Breaker also by Rabbit. So, and there's a certain reason why he's on the Batrider, I think. It's so far really good performance from him.
Yeah, we've seen some big play earlier in the Radiant jungle when he got the cancel on the Ember TP, and see Banana now. Well, he walks into a bit of a tough spot. These supports have it rough. He will get the TP out. Ooh, almost. Very close. Nice attempt coming out. Magnus, meanwhile, mid lane, get jumped on and...
Oh, wonderful leash. You can't skew out of that one.
Yeah. Ice Blast will get Slark low. The dagger as well. That's close to Shatter. Not quite, though. It was there maybe for an offensive urn charge. Could have maybe got it, but he did not want to go diving in. They have a haunt, actually.
An Ember Spirit. I don't know. Maybe he should have popped it, but still.
The Ice Blast was about to wear off, so it wouldn't have been just getting him below the threshold. He would have had to maybe kill him completely. So it would have been a bit of a high-risk play. Yeah.
CDEC are taking advantage of that Magnet had, so they just push the tier 1 mid, and Newbee can't really defend with Magnus. They need his shot to pull away, and yeah, they kind of need the lockdown as well. They don't have good team otherwise.
Alright, well, Newbee will look to reset. They've got RP, they've got Lasso back up, and the Force stuff for the Batrider is their next big item, which is going to be coming up in a couple hundred gold, so with this the pick-off potential increases pretty dramatically.
Yeah, but Spectre is still so far behind the Slark, though. Slark is nearly 90 net worth, and...
Oh god, Spectre's number 5 on the net worth right now, behind his 2 of his teammates even. That is not where you want to be.
Yeah, that's it's a bit of a tall order for Xiao 8. Since Spectre doesn't have any flash farm potential either. Your Batrider, you can just stack the jungle, Firefly, and you can quickly catch up. Magnus can shockwave. Inventory being popped there, and we might see an A once again.
Yeah. Sanching Singh back here. Mook shows they actually smoked themselves. Newbee! Oh, make their way top lane. They realize what's going on now, and that's actually just a skewer to escape. Rabbit, full staff in hand, is not going to go for a pickoff. So both teams, once again, kind of going for these smoke ganks and just quickly realizing, this isn't really a fight we want to take. It's too high risk.
Yeah. CDEC don't want to fight under their tower, and Newbee had no idea where the rest of the heroes were, so a bit scared. Doesn't really matter. I mean, CDEC, they're comfortable. They have triple core, if you remember. At the moment, triple core is working way better than the single core Newbees. And
Slark is by far the most farmed hero in the game. Also, level 14 to everyone else's level 11. And at this stage of the game, this is kind of where Black really started to snowball earlier. Having the 2-minute duration on Essence Shift, if you win a fight off of this, another fight can break out a minute later, and you still have a ton of stolen stats, which give you huge damage output. So this Slark could absolutely just start entering this beast mode status right now if CDEC finds a couple good fights.
It's just he hero quite well. He does play Slug a lot. He always goes for Midas if you can get away with it, and it's the power of it. High-level Slug is really, really threatening.
Oh, into the jungle. It's another smoke gank for an ancient apparition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get wrecked. Once again, it's their fate, apparently.
These smoke ganks are being used very actively. That's the last smoke gank I believe that CDEC had. They're going to find the bat ready. He tries to pull stuff out. Doesn't make it to the high ground.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Wonderful play from Maybe. He was just on the edge, so he does manage to catch it. Moo also. I think Slugs might spot him.
Oh, he gets in front of this. Gets RP'd under the tower. Still healing up in the Shadow Dance. Should be okay. Pounce in a couple seconds. Doesn't go. Dark Packs it off now. A bit late in the tower. Last couple right clicks. Not going to be... Okay, there we go. Goes down.
Yeah.
That's a big kill to be getting.
That was unfortunate, actually. He leaped. He leapt him from the Magnus, and so he got dragged into the tower. The RP instantly used from Moo. I like his decisiveness right there. He's just like, oh, okay, screw it. He used ultimate RP, that idiot, inside my tower, and they do get a high priority kill there.
And the backup just wasn't there. Like, Slug had no teammates around him. He was getting really aggressive because there was a couple Newbee heroes dead, but it was still in a 1v3 situation.
Well, that's unusual. Maybe he's going for an early map to start apparently on Ember Spirit, but why? There is no silence. He's not playing against a Skywrath or anything.
Look, man, it's to dodge the RP. That's the plan.
Dodging RP with Manta style, if he pulls it off, yeah, that would be pretty impressive.
That's the plan as far as I can tell. I don't know what else. What else to say?
That Yasha is currently really baffling me.
Yeah, it gives him great mobility around the map with the movement speed, but you've got Fire Remnants to help out with that, so...
Yeah, you can't disjoint... Well, as in you can't dispel the Ice Blast either. So... I don't see why he's picking up that early. Sunshine Yasha, maybe? Sunshine Yasha Ember Spirit, so yeah.
That sounds...
fast red.
That sounds kind of bad.
That's... Yeah, it does. try to justify it somehow, but no. I don't think it's probably going to be a Manta style either way. But
unless it's like a casual Yasha like some heroes go for, but Ember Spirit not really a hero who gets huge benefit from that.
I really have no clue why he's doing it. There's no hero who's buying an Orchid either. So...
See, Relic up on Jia Wei. He's almost got his Radiant. Last Ice Blast to follow.
Grabs him. Yeah. That's just a bit too much grease. Trying to go for the last catapult. Just Rabbit getting good timing there and grabs him and kills Maybe. So Yasha not helping him there. I mean, not that Battlefield would have, but if you're getting in an item like this, it's worth your while. Maybe he's just thinking he just needs to create space while Slark is really carrying.
This is a 2-hero rotation. They're going to be running into like 3 or 4 heroes with an RP. This is really risky. They find the Ancient Apparition to start things off. It could look for an RP. Not going to be used just yet. Goes into the Shadow Dance just to be on the safe side as Ignite. Catches that Rabbit. That'll deal with his Blink. And Garda, I don't think he's got a way out. Stunned up to start things off here. Shockwave as well. Spectre going to throw a Haunt here. Has got the Radiant damage as well now. Here comes Jia Wei. Chronosphere on the Banana. Shockwave will finish off Ogre Magi. Meanwhile, the Chronosphere Banana will not go down! Oh no, the Dark Pack will help finish him off in the end here. Rabbit maybe going to look for the Slark here. 3 Dire Heroes on the sidelines. Lasso in 12. Just look to chase him around. No Shadow Dance is available, but here comes the Ember Spirit back up. He's still available. Moo held onto it. And Rabbit, he's going to be kept alive not for much longer, though. Will end up going down eventually here, but maybe running out of escape mechanisms. He's got to be careful. Fire Rim's off to the side. He's still being chased down.
That was a nice little play from Maybe, but
it's not going to be enough. He tried to trick him with the Fire Remnant left and going right, but they still get the kill on him. That was a messy, messy fight. 4 for 3.
Really messy.
900 gold swing going the way of Newbee. The Slark doesn't die, though, so neither does the Mag and the Spectre.
The thing is, the Spectre, how we talked about 3 minutes ago, he was 5th on net worth, he's 2nd on net worth.
Yeah.
Suddenly. Radiant and 1.7k gold after, that's huge. But this is just how Spectre works, really. The hero is great in fights. You always get assists when you pop your ultimate, so if you win a fight, it benefits a lot from it.
Slark's gone for the BKB. I kind of prefer the Skadi here, but we'll see how the BKB works out. Eventually you want this BKB, but I feel getting it this early means by the time we get to the late game, this will be a 5-second BKB, and I feel like you can just snowball a bit better going for the Skadi, but we'll see how this works
I
out.
think so too, since RP and Lasso are the two things that are really killing him, so the BKB doesn't really help against that. So
I'm biased because I saw Black play Slark early and he went for this straight Skadi and just decimated everyone, but it's still...
I think it's better built in this game. It might be good, but not against that lineup, I think. Lasso goes for it, and RP as well, so...
Swap even in some way. I mean, I don't think you're going to be swapping a Slark, but just possibilities. There's that top lane move, get caught, and can't get out of that. It will four-staff Skewer as well. He's got a second four-staff from the Bat Rider. That's some serious protecting here, but now Rabbit's trapped. He can't four-staff out of this one. Spectre will haunt in eventually. Chronosphere is available. 3-3-3. Not going to throw it just yet. Mew shows up. We'll get the Chronosphere on the... Well, sorry, we'll get the RP before the Chronosphere comes out, and that's 2 heroes dead for the CDEC side. Make it 3 with the Spectre showing up, and he is getting absolutely
you can't
massive.
go back in, man. That's massive.
Oh,
Once
God.
again, they were just winning fights the whole time. Yeah, that RP was so clutch.
Even
and
if it was just a solo void,
play.
like that saved Newbee's asses right there.
Yeah, definitely it did. And also just the earlier play from Mu going for the 1-4 stuff, getting out, and then Skewer, and then getting 4 stuff once again. So see the were really open. And at this point, the Ember Spirit is really not much of a threat if you look at it.
Especially with these items.
Oh, they go back to once again.
They may get the kill on the Spectre. No, it's Slark who's going down.
What a Skewer.
Oh man,
Skewer.
They've got so much control for the Slark, even in Shadow Dance. Like, they can throw him around using the Flame Break. And Magnus is helping out. Skewer hits Invis as well, I believe, so you can even skewer him in the Shadow Dance.
He does, yeah. Yeah,
between Skewer and Flame Break, like, this Slark just gets bounced around.
Yeah, he was so far ahead. I was Spectre suddenly at worth. This is just the hero. If you just continue winning fights with him, you get ahead on that worth.
He's almost got a Manta Star now. At least picks up the Yasha. Sometimes this is just the casual Yasha, and we'll see if he goes some other direction with this. But this is a very farm Spectre now.
Yeah, and together with the Empower damage that he's getting from the Magnus, he's also hitting quite hard.
Yep. That's where you just tank up now. Get the Manta Style, go into even like a harder Tarask if you want to, and down at top, caught out by a Searing Chains, but Ember Spirit not willing to risk going for any sort of a kill there. This Venge is just tanked up. Treads, double bracer, Medallion on top of that. Just staying alive.
Yeah, it's the name of the game, really. I mean, as long as he's there with the Aura and Empower on Spectre, he deals a lot of damage. That's quite 2 really nice steroids, I suppose. And Mu is having a great performance on his Magnus this game.
Nah, he's this entire series he's been phenomenal. Even the game 1 they lost, his Invoker performance was great. Game 2, his Ember Spirit managed to turn the game around. He's been, well, definitely the most consistent player in this team.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And now going for a little bit of a scouting tour there with the Invis Rune. Might spot the Skyrim, no, he's not. So venturing into the enemy jungle, it's always a bit risky if you're walking uphill.
And they've got a gem. Uh-oh. Ogre Magi's ready for him, and Mu will pay the price. He was not expecting that gem to come into play. I don't think Spectre wants to follow this one up. Maybe he will go into the void. Get him with the lasso. Flamebreak misses!
Oh! It didn't miss. He backtracked, but luckily, it doesn't matter.
He time walks into the Spectre, who gets himself 2 kills out of that one. So
that was a really fortunate kind of backtrack, but still, leaping into Spectre is just giving him 1 more kill. The Spectre is getting out of control now. Full Manta Star, 1k gold once again.
His farm is just something insane. We'll get caught up by a pounce here. We'll be in some trouble, shall we?
Swap. Yeah.
No TP though. He's going to be careful. He needs another dagger to get to the low ground and use that pathing. And we get chased down. Hit by a 5+. No multicast, luckily. Alright, he goes down in the end.
Banana is nearly killed maybe solo here.
Oof, went back in looking for it, but...
Yeah. He had really no way out though, so it's important that they managed to kill the Spectre, but you saw how much damage she dealt, despite the fact that she was going down. Ember just nearly killed himself.
That was a pretty big gold swing as well, about 2,300 going the way of CDEC. A lot of that in the hands of this Slark, so Slark can make his way towards that. Most likely a Skadi next in pretty good time.
Mm-hmm. He got the last hit on the unstoppable streak, so that's incredibly important.
Chronosphere bottom, Rabbit gets put in this one, does have decent ammo thanks to the Tranquil Boots and Full Staff. And Firefly to the high ground.
And can blink.
Oh, almost. Slark gets in.
And
TP's out. Yeah. Slark was looking for him, but won't find him.
Needs a bit of a merry chase, and CDEC don't really have a Roche lineup, so they can't do it.
Yep. Well, this game pretty close on kills, but you got to feel that this late game Spectre is just going to be the really big threat right now.
Still, triple core against single core. Take your poison. Yeah.
I would say the triple core, but then I look at this Ember Spirits and his item progression and think, yeah, I'm not so convinced.
Yeah, no, not either. And the Void is really far behind. It's going.
Yeah.
He's got Mask of Madness, and he's now going for BKB. But I really don't get those BKBs really. I think he doesn't need the BKB.
Newbee think they're rushing, but turns out that's not the case. And here they go. They actually time walks into them. Spectre gets a kill on the Skyreth Mage elsewhere, and then the Ice Blast. Well, Spectre actually finished off the Faceless Void.
The Skyreth just as soon as Spectre pops help, Skyreth dies. He can't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 armor, and I don't know how much HP he has. I mean, the respawn timer is kind of blocking it, but it's not going to be more than 800, I think. So, Spectre just needs 3-4 hits with the Desolate. So, Skyreth just dies every time there's a hold up. Absolutely nothing he can do against it. But that play from the Void, I mean, that was kind of a 3-2-2 play from 3-3-3. So, yeah.
They were smoked up. I actually don't know if he saw them because they were smoked up checking Roshan, so I think maybe he just time walked into the smoked heroes, but it definitely looked pretty bad.
It looked pretty stupid. And maybe still, I mean, he picked up the Yasha ages ago, it feels like, and he still hasn't gotten anything afterwards.
He's picked up the ulti ult now, so just has his Manta Star money now, but it's still a bizarre choice of items.
It's really bizarre, I would agree. I don't get it. He's a rather proficient Ember Spirit player in terms of individual skill, I believe, but...
Reaver picked up for Zhao Wei, so he's got 2k HP now, making his way towards the Heart of Tarask. Suddenly he's going to be very, very tanky.
Spectre has so much protection that we say it's a single core, but with Magnus and VS backing him up, Spectre is really, really strong. So
yeah.
At the moment, it's always the same. Oh, Chronosphere on Rabbit. They're going to go for an easy kill. Yep. That's important.
A gem as well. Someone needs to pick it up and they get the RP. Oh dear. They're going to lose. Looks like at least one of this one, probably 2 with Garda getting very low. 1 or 2 more right clicks of Shatter Effect. Well,
that's a double kill.
Where's the gem gone? It's actually being picked up by the Skyreth, so they maybe want to try and chase down this Skyreth Mage. Haunt available in 2 seconds. Will Zhao Wei go for it? Looks like he's maybe considering it. Holds onto it for now.
He's using it, yeah.
He's going to go for this one. Now, there's no RP available to deal with the Slark and lock him down in place. Gem gets dropped. Zhao Wei immediately picks it up. That was his main objective. They recover this 900 gold gem and does pay a bit of a price for it, losing both supports in the process. There's more money going the way of the Slark at the same time.
But Void dying again, that can't be good.
Yeah,
it's just stifling his progression so much.
This Void's got very little.
No, it's really not easy at this moment. I think as soon as Spectre gets hard, CDEC gonna have trouble killing him.
Yeah. There will be a Skadi on the Slark, so he can just try and Essence Shift steal as many stats as possible, but you have to stay alive long enough to do it. And I think that fight went as well as it did for Slark because the RP was used on, well, the other heroes before Slark arrived to the fight. So there was no RP, there was no lasso to worry about.
Yeah, Mu has got 3.8k gold though. I mean, I'm curious to see if maybe he just goes for straight refresher orb.
Could do so. I mean, BKB not bad against these heroes, but I feel like the refresher, like the ulti is what's winning them fights, so throw in a second ulti and you're looking pretty good.
Yeah. Rabbit going for a bit of a wander, he has the gem, so...
That's where he got caught out last time. Go for the wander, and it's going to happen again!
He might die again.
Well, his,
Oh! That's close, but still not going to be enough, and he drops the gem.
This is his hero, man. We're talking him up, and here he is. Getting a bit too cocky.
That's a bit of a cocky play, and yeah, Mu picked up the Perseverance. I would imagine it's the refresher, or I highly doubt he's going to go into Battle Fury.
No Battle Fury. No, there's nothing not worth getting a Lincoln Sphere this game. Yeah, this has got to be a refresher.
Mm-hmm.
So you have good vision with this high ground ward now.
It's one of the most common wards currently, so they have to know, I think.
Yeah. T2 Tower, I think, just going to go down without much of a contest. Oh, here comes Ice Blast. No RP move, maybe considering going in, but well, at least
they just want to defend, I think. They just want to defend the tower. I think Slark's going to wait out AA's ultimate and then continue going, but Zhao Wei even TP's in, so he's not going to split push, but he's actually TPing to the lane, so... And with the DD rune, I really don't think CDEC want to force a fight.
Yeah. He's going to buy his Heart of Tarask, that's why I want to maybe TP up here.
Mm-hmm.
Does forgo having buyback. Buyback on Spectre, one of those really high impact things if you can hold on to the haunt, and that's the other reason maybe you want to TP in, so you can buy back and haunt back into the fight, should you happen to somehow get focused down at the start.
Yeah, it's really hard though. I think 2.8k HP, it's hard to kill the Spectre.
And his damage dealing abilities is so strong right now. With the Empower, he hits really hard.
Empower and VS Aura, and it's maxed out as well. He's got Vengeance Aura on level 4, so he's dealing a lot of damage on the Spectre, and I don't think they can burst him fast enough. They essentially Chrono on him, Skyreth, and then Slug, so...
I think if he gets like something like a Butterfly next, the Evasion will help a lot against the Slug. You get some extra attack speed, and that could really just make him into that next level of unkillableness.
Yeah. I mean, Diffuser Blade is also an option.
Yeah.
It's really nice. With the lockdown they have, he might actually completely burn Ember Spirit's mana when he's in RP. But then again, if he's in RP, he just dies.
You burn the Void's mana. He's got a pretty small mana pool. He may not even be able to get a Chronosphere off if he's not conservative with that mana. CDEC are going to be kicking themselves that they threw that game 2 now with the state of this game 3, it feels like.
Yeah, it's just so demoralizing though. If you know you should have won the game and then you end up losing it, and the next game is you start from the very beginning. So it's just hard. I mean, especially for CDEC, which is in the end is still a fairly young team, I'd say. So
here's the refresher of now on Magnus.
That's huge. It's important that they get it.
Yeah. He's got more than enough mana with the double Arcane Boots and the bottle that can come from this to use it in a team fight as well. It just gives him the liberty to use that first RP just for a solo kill. You catch an Ember Spirit or a Faceless Void, you solo RP them, and you still have that second RP to deal with someone like the Slark when he comes into the fight.
Yeah, if Slark somehow gets RP'd while he's visible, he's gonna die inside the RP. So all of the heroes actually will die, I think, during RP. You just have too much of a duration.
Yeah, Spectre just deals so much damage now. Does have money for the buyback if Xiaowei wants to take that approach, and I imagine we see Newbee just try and force the issue with some of these towers. Bottom lane still is a tier 1, and that should be pretty easy pickings for them now that they've got these big items coming their way. The last piece of the puzzle is maybe this Batrider BKB, which is going to help out a lot. We've seen, I mean, Rabbit, those few kind of cocky plays from him. If you had a BKB in those situations, it would have gone...
Just look at Xiaowei, look at what he's doing.
On the low ground here. They're going on Xiaowei. Xiaowei has got buyback money.
He's so tanky.
Damage to him as well. That's the bigger problem.
And now he gets horned. Yeah.
Mu on the sidelines.
He's taking so much damage.
See the chase go on. They want the Slark. Maybe Slark gets trapped in some trees. Lassoed out. Now Xiaowei's going to finish him off with help with the Ice Blast. That's a pretty big kill.
RP not even being used.
Oh, he bought Skadi. He's got no buyback.
Yeah. That's a second tower. But you saw it. They used Chronosphere on Xiaowei and they just can't deal with him. He's way too tanky.
And even if they kill him by throwing everything, well, guess what? He buys back and haunts in, and you just lose the fight anyways.
Yeah.
They may go high ground. They got 1 minute with no Slark.
Do they know that, though? I mean...
Well, they could go Roshan instead, but they're actually going to TP Spectre top and play it ultra conservative.
Yeah.
Still a bit too safe. No Chronosphere, no Slark. Like, at least try and get a Roshan, maybe.
Maybe. I think they should have just tried to force a buyback and then start realizing that he doesn't actually have it. So
I think they could have at least gotten the tier 3 tower out of it. Like, you can stall them using the Sleight of Fist spam, but maybe even got a range Rax or something too.
But we got to keep in mind, I mean, it's a knockout match, right? So everything's on the line, so they really want to win it.
As things stand, CDEC still in this one with a chance. We saw in game 2 a Divine Rapier Ember Spirit turn things around, and
that's a tanky ass VS.
Going for the the Crimson Guard, yeah.
Shouldn't he? You know, he's missing the recipe. 1.6k HP. I think that's more than the Ember, right? Oh, it's nearly.
The Crimson Guard is a good way of dealing with the Sleight of Fist damage.
And it's basically making Xiaowei completely unkillable right now.
And there's the Eagle Song for Xiaowei, so he's really beastly on the front line.
Rabbit? He fought cute, but I mean, it's kind of a low priority kill.
Yeah, not the ideal target, but that's a kill. Nonetheless, he's going to catch up the Slark, and he has not got any... He did not get the Dark Pact off. Or the BKB. Garda now on the high ground being chased down, and once again, no Slark buyback. Spectre going to haunt forward, look for this kill on Garda, and you can't even really turn and go for a Fire Blast, as the Chronosphere used entirely defensively. Spectre Illusions will chase CDEC back to their fountain, and well, guess what? Time to just go for the Raxus here. Ember Spirit looking for the Ancient Apparition will not get him.
Nice little disjoint there with the on the magic missile, but still, I think they can't do anything to Spectre. Xiao is all of those side of fist spams are just tickling him.
Yeah. This is looking all over for CDEC potentially. We've been wrong twice with game 1 and game 2, but this time around, well, another magic missile dodge here. Maybe he's been on point with these dodges, but
okay, is that why he bought the Mantis style, really, for the magic missile dodge?
I mean, he can dodge it with sleight of fist as well, so.
Yeah.
Xiao Wei will get Raxus here in the mid lane, and
they can't defend. Slark is still dead, so.
Yeah. They're not going to swing bottom for another lane of Rax, and I think that's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to be careful with my prediction right now, so I don't want to call it, but Newbee, they really look good in this game. They have a huge advantage.
Maybe he's going to pick up his Daedalus, and then maybe he farms a Divine Rapier. That feels to me like the only way out of this one.
I think they're going to need some help from Newbee in terms of throwing. If Newbee needs to start throwing it,
like,
if CDEC won't have the chance.
We help you out in game 2? Like, give us one back, please.
You might as well return the favor, right? So, yeah.
I mean, as hard as Spectre can try, I don't even know if he could throw this game. He's too massive.
Yeah, I mean, you could theoretically throw with Magnus and Barret. Right, yeah. Suddenly you have no lockdown, you can 5v1 the Spectre, so...
Yeah, get an Abyssal Blade or something on the Slack, and actually, Xiao Wei, he's alone. Is this the throw? He's finding his way out of this one. He's 1v5ing, and now he's got himself an Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. He's going to win this duel! Xiao Wei, on his own, lonesome self, will then go look to chase down the Ogre Magic, turns around to go back onto the Slack. Xiao Wei, he's got 2. Is he going to get 3? Offensive Urn Charge, the Haunt as well. This is a dead Ogre Magi. GG is called. Xiao Wei does it on his own. What a play. He even haunts into the enemy base. Oh my gosh, that's demoralizing.
Spectre Gaming, they threw everything at him.
That was the play of a retired man. Xiao Wei just did not give a shit. He's like, look, I'll 1v5. Most other carry players would not have been in that position, but Xiao Wei's like, guys, I'm retired, I can take it easy, let's see if this will work, and it sure as hell did work. Yeah,
I think Spectre pretty legit hero. Pretty good. If you get so far ahead, that is, but yeah. In the end, the triple core really not working out. Maybe with a very questionable Yasha into Mantis style purchase, and yeah. I think Xiao Hong, he just got caught out so many times. I mean, it's really unusual if you're so far ahead as a Snark that you die 6 times. And Void was a complete non-factor that game. But we already talked about it. This Chronosphere doesn't really combine with anything that CDEC is.
Yeah. It was definitely a bit of the drop, but I think also, like you say, the play of Xiao Hong and even the itemization, the Manta style, the straight BKB from Slack didn't really help him against these big ultis, the RP and the Lasso. I think going straight for the Skadi would have been a much more effective build, and CDEC definitely had some opportunities this game, because that Slack got complete free farm and looked like he could... he was ahead of everyone on net worth by like 3 or 4k gold and like 3 levels ahead of the Spectre, but Spectre got his Radiance and did his thing, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's very little you can do. If Spectre gets ahead, I mean, it's not an ultra late game carry, but if you somehow get stacked as Spectre before the rest of before the enemy team has any significant items, really, you just start wrecking face. You just saw Spectre never really even focused the Skywrath. He just died to the illusion. Yep. Absolutely nothing can do. He just, in the end, he just won 1-on-5 them. It's kind of depressing if you think about it. And they instantly call GG afterwards. They know it's over. Like, Spectre was too fat.
Well, Newbee will stay alive with a little bit of luck and a little bit of help from CDEC Gaming. As
really,
they will now.
It could have been a 2-0. I think CDEC are really depressed right now. But
it should have been, I feel. But Newbee, they'll go into the loser bracket finals where they'll meet LGD, and then in the grand finals, Vici Gaming await the winner of that match in a best-of-5 series. So the Summit 2 China almost approaching its conclusion. Those matches, I believe, scheduled for the 11th of November, so about 5 days' time, maybe. Don't hold my word to that one, but I believe there's a bit of a break before the final day, so definitely keep track of the BTS social media, and we'll be announcing when that is. Slesh, thanks for joining me. It's been great as always.
Yeah, awesome. My pleasure to casting in this awesome series. We did have 2 rather cloudy games, but
it was good.
It was good to see. Wonderful also to see Shahid back in action and seeing that he hasn't completely lost it. I guess the constant streaming is paying off. So, yeah.
All right, guys, that does it for us today. Head on over to Beyond the Summit 2. There's some Summit SEA action going on, casted by Helium. But I'm Gods. You can follow me on Twitter at BTSGods, and be sure to show your support to Slash, who unfortunately does not have a Twitter.
I know everybody keeps asking me, but I really should start getting a Twitter account. But
one day.
No, I'll be happy. Yeah, just for my BTS. I mean, I'm mostly casting with those guys, so yeah.
All right, big thanks to you, Slash. Guys, we'll see you guys later and over on some of the other streams for the Summit 2 action. Also, be sure to check out the giveaway we're doing, or the contest we're doing with G2A.com. You can win a trip to the Summit. Head on over to G2A.com/trip to the Summit and follow the guidelines there and enter with the possibility of winning a trip, paid accommodation and flights to LA. And you can meet the teams, meet the BTS guys, and have some fun. But that does it for us today. We'll see you guys over on the other streams.